Shaylyn Moran and the murder plot. In today's episode, we're going to be going over the case of Shaylyn Moran and the couple who murdered, then bragged about it on social media. Like, that's a smart thing to do, right?
Police blocking off the street, searching for evidence. One neighbor told me she heard gunshots Wednesday night, but she wasn't sure if the noise was fireworks.
In October 2019, 18-year-old Shaylyn Moran met 20-year-old Leonard Trofield III online. Within 4 days of meeting in person, Shaylyn became utterly obsessed with Leonard, causing him to end the relationship. Enraged, Shaylyn threatened her own life by putting a knife to her throat, and at one point even jumped out of a window. When that didn't work, she threatened to kill Leonard and his mother, 54-year-old Cheryl Smith. Shaylyn even threatened to shoot up a local YMCA where Cheryl worked as a teacher's assistant. Leonard reported the threats to police, but nothing was ever done. A few weeks later, Shaylyn called the police and accused Leonard of assaulting her. She filed for a restraining order, but the charges were later dropped due to lack of evidence, and the order was denied. By December, Shaylyn had a new boyfriend, Jack Doherty. He traveled from New Albany to Pawtucket to visit Shaylyn after talking online for 3 weeks. Jack arrived with both a 9mm pistol and an engagement ring. The couple rented a room at a local Hampton Inn and went to a New Year's Eve party where Jack proposed to Shaylyn. Then, the newly engaged couple started planning a cold-blooded murder. Shaylyn told Jack horrific tales of abuse at the hands of her ex-boyfriend, Leonard. She claimed he had raped her and left her in a cemetery, convincing her new fiancé to enact revenge on her behalf. On January 1st, 2020, at 8:15 p.m., Jack knocked on the front door of Leonard's home where he lived with his mother. Cheryl answered the door and was immediately hit with 4 bullets to the chest. She was pronounced dead at the hospital. In the lift back to the hotel, Jack sent Shaylyn a Snapchat writing, "Now this is for life." She responded, "I'm yours forever, and you're mine." A few hours later, Jack posted a photo of him and Shaylyn on Facebook, both showing off their engagement ring and bragging about the murder, with the caption, "We some fighters and some shooters." They were arrested the very next day. On August 6, 2021, Shaylyn, now 20, pleaded guilty to first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder. She was sentenced to life in prison.
Tracking some breaking news right now. A Pawtucket woman is sentenced to life in prison for a New Year's Day murder. 20-year-old Shaylyn Moran pleaded guilty to murder and conspiracy to commit murder for her role in the shooting death of 54-year-old Cheryl Smith inside her Pawtucket home back in 2020. She was also given 2 additional 10-year consecutive sentences for that conspiracy charge and carrying a pistol without a license.
Jack is still in custody, waiting trial. This episode today is a short one, but definitely an interesting one. Am I right? Can you imagine committing a crime and then posting a picture on Facebook saying what you just did? I honestly cannot wrap my mind around that. So I thought this case today was interesting. It's sad, obviously, tragic. It just shows some people mentally are just not there. I think she probably has some sort of mental disorder where she thought they were out to get her, or I don't know, maybe even she convinced herself that some of this delusion was real. I don't know. I watch a lot of true crime, so there's a lot of different ways this could have come about, right? I'm sure if you're listening to this, you feel the same way. There's a lot of different scenarios how this could have come about mentally for her.